So let's talk investment management. Investment management is often associated with high and untransparent fees. Fees that can cut away up to 40% of your return on investment over time. Investment management is often standardized in order to reduce costs and to increase margins. They're stuck in the times of the 4T, where you could choose any color you want as long as it's black. When you finally do find an investment management solution to invest in, they are oftentimes inaccessible due to high amounts of initial capital requirements, or there's some of the more lucrative ones are even private. Now, when you do finally invest in these solutions, you're oftentimes investing what is essentially a black box, where you just have to trust the investment manager with your money. In 2008, over $50 billion was lost because of investment managers who defrauded their clients. What if you no longer have to trust your investment manager? Meet Quantler, where you can invest in the themes that you believe in and value. Invest in themes such as self-driving cars, Internet of Things, and even companies that are trying to find a cure for cancer. What you do is you select the theme of your interest, and then you select the way in which you want this theme to be automatically managed. Then you connect it to the broker of your choice. Now, a couple of years ago, it was 2 years ago, I met a guy named Martin, and Martin was telling me about his savings account, how he accumulated some of his savings, and how he wanted to look for an alternative for his savings account. Because I don't know how it is here in the US, but in Europe, we currently get 0.05% interest on our savings, which is 5 basis points on a yearly basis. So what Martin could do, he could put his money into a term deposit, but the problem with that is that he couldn't withdraw his funds at any time when he would need it. And that was a risk he wasn't willing to take. So the other option that he was talking about is to go and do some investing. Now, if he wants to go and do some investing, he has two options. He can either do it 100% himself or outsource it to an investment manager, which would do it on his behalf. The problem is with doing it himself is that he doesn't have the time, experience, nor the knowledge in doing so. The other option for choosing an investment manager wasn't that interesting for him because he wanted to invest his money in such a way that he would accumulate more wealth, but also do it consciously and invest in something that contributes to society, except from doing a donation, because that wouldn't accumulate more wealth. Now, the reason for this is that he told me that his mother passed away a couple of months before that due to cancer. And so he wanted to do something that contributes to finding a cure for this illness or a better treatment, while still having the opportunity to increase his wealth. So doing good, but still benefiting from it as well. Now, when he approached an investment manager with this question, basically what he said is, if you have a lot of money, we would create a portfolio for you. But for the general audience, this is what we have. Take it or leave it. So when we met Martin, we showed him that there was another solution as well. And Martin used our beta version to log in, and we first asked him, what kind of assets do you want to invest in? That's because we're compatible with regular stocks, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies. And in the catalog, Martin would find the theme that he is interested in, that fits with his values and with his beliefs. Now we have several themes to choose from. And this theme, well, its performance, it outperformed the benchmark, the S&P 500. So even though he would be investing in something that is close to his values, he would still have the opportunity to accumulate wealth. Now this theme, you could say, why not just pick an ETF and do it as well? 2 years ago, that ETF didn't exist yet. Now we all know that it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort in order to get an ETF on the market. Look at the Bitcoin ETF, for instance, which is well, cancelled again. But this is another way in realizing something similar, but then on a different route. Now, Martin could import this, this theme, and based on, or dependent on his level of expertise, he can make changes as well. So he can remove stocks or add new ones if he wants to make changes to how this competition composition is created. Once it's finalized, we finally know what we're going to invest in. Based on his risk appetite, he can now select what kind of management approach he wants to attach to this team, which could be defensive or more speculative, depending on his risk appetite. Now, we don't just do stocks and ETFs, we also do cryptocurrencies, because what we see is that a lot of people know Bitcoin, but they don't know all of the other different cryptocurrencies that are out there. In order to, and what we do is we bundle them in themes, so which are closely related, which could be about, for instance, payments 2.0, which are cryptocurrencies that try to disrupt, for instance, PayPal, or society-based green energy, like WePower, which is a decentralized network for green energy trading. And this allows you to more easily invest in the areas of which you believe that blockchain will disrupt certain sectors. Now, in order to manage these themes, much similar to the Ethereum blockchain, where you would have smart contracts executing code, we have something called modules, which are programmed. See if this works. Yo. No, it doesn't work completely. Which can be programmed online using our online IDE or offline in order to use Visual Studio and to do easier debugging of the code that is managing this theme. Now, even though all of these investment opportunities are open source, you will still need to host it somewhere. Hosting of these automated themes happens on Quantler's sole purpose blockchain, where miners provide the computational resources for hosting these conferences, and it allows you to connect it to the broker of your choice. So depending on the regulatory environment where you're in, for instance in the US, different brokerages than in Europe, but also within the cryptocurrency space. All of the investments made are now fully transparent for you to see and check. There are no black boxes. And since it's thematic-based investing, we allow you to either use existing themes or create new themes or select themes from a catalog and make changes to tailor it to your need. And since it's modular, you can easily swap out and change parts without programming and without needing a PhD. This allows us to better align with the needs of the investor as we cut down on fees, especially in Europe, by up to 80%. We tailor it completely to your needs and values. And because we have no minimum capital requirements, we are more accessible than some of the other solutions. So we compare with crypto, equities, and ETFs. From a regulatory point of view, we are a software company. We're not a financial management company, financial advisor, or fund managers, which allows us, compared to some of our competitors, to scale globally a lot quicker. Now, our business model is very simple. If you invest a total value of under $5,000, the network will charge you a fixed $1 a month fee. If the value of your investments are above $5,000, the network charges you 25 basis points on a yearly basis. In order to achieve these fees, we have created our own currency, the Quant token, which is used by miners in order to reimburse the miners for providing their computational resources for hosting these modules. Now, we're currently in our ICO private sales stage. So if you're interested, we're at the back. Please let us know. And our pre-sale will open in about 2 months from now. Now, our awesome team consists of scientists in the field of quantitative finance and blockchain technology. Our team has many years' experience in realizing robo-advisory platforms for well-known firms such as Credit Suisse and Swissquote. If you believe, like me, that everyone should have access to affordable, transparent, and personalized investment management solution, join Quantler and meet me at the break. My name is Menno Hamburg, and thank you for your time.